Sponsored by 666bet.com.
This is Kugan CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella and 666bet. We're at the Saunders Eubank press conference today. With me, I have Kevin Mitchell, renowned writer.
Yeah, sort of a writer.
Well, Eubank turned up.
He did. Fantastic to see him.
Great. And entertaining press conference, didn't overstep the mark, and what was all the bother about?
There was a little bit of tension, but you pretty much knew it wasn't going to kick off. But yeah, it was good that he turned up. A little bit of banter. It's always, I find it always very interesting to see how fighters get on before a fight, because there's a lot of tension between good fighters, and it's there. This is a good fight. This is a really good fight, and they both think they can win it. They're both absolutely convinced they can win it. That's a different scenario to some fights. Billy Joe's absolutely 100% convinced he's not going to lose, and Eubank's like his old man. He wouldn't even think about losing. So you've got ingredients of a terrific scrap. Good boxing contest as well. I don't think it won't be a brawl. I think it'll be a good fight, good proper fight.
Was it good to see Junior here without Mr. Senior? Because I'm not saying that he's tied to the apron strings or nothing, but we haven't really seen Chris Eubank away from his father a lot of times, especially in these press situations. But it was good to see him today and gauge a little bit more from his personality and hear from him more.
A little bit. I mean, you and I have bumped into both Chris's in Vegas, and the old man chats all the time, and Junior nods a bit, and it's the same in some other press conferences they've had. Yeah, it's good to hear a little bit more of what he's like. He's a lot like his dad. He's uncannily like his father. The sound of his voice, the way he moves in the ring, it's quite spooky in a way. It's a bit like Eddie and Barry, They have got the same DNA, as he was pointing out, and he's got a similar style to his father. He's a bit busier than his dad. And he moves slightly more fluidly than his father's, a little bit sort of mannered. But yeah, he's got it. He's got the Eubank genes, and he's cocky and all that. And he's also quite independent. What he was saying there today, he doesn't need his old man to be here. And Billy was saying he's obviously in the car park waiting for him, but who knows?
No Ronnie Davies here either. No security, nothing. Just him on his own today.
No, I have to say, I thought Chris was a bit disrespectful to Ronnie, saying he puts the Vaseline on. Ronnie's a bit more than that. He's been around for a long time. Cool head in the corner. And I think Chris might be in for a surprise if he thinks there's not going to be any crises in this fight, because there will be one or two for him. It depends how he handles it. He hasn't really been under the cosh yet. So we might be saying a bit more to Ronnie during the fight than pass the Vaseline.
We know about Billy Joe Saunders. We know that he can do the distance, the 12 rounds. He's been in with decent opposition. John Ryder, Spike O'Sullivan, even Nick Blackwell. Chris Eubank hasn't been tested to those levels as of such. There's only 2 fights in between their careers. But he's an unknown quantity, isn't he, Chris Eubank? We don't really know what to expect when it comes to this Saturday night. No,
we don't. Under pressure, we don't. We've seen him perform in his own fights. And I had a suspicion when this fight was touted that he might do it, that he might pull this one off. I mean, I like the look of him. I really do. I think he's got something about him. I'm not so sure anymore when I think about it, because with Billy Joe going away to Marbella for 6 weeks, changing his lifestyle, first time in his career, I think that sends a really strong message that he's very serious about this fight. And he probably wouldn't say it in so many words, but I think it's because he's fighting Chris Eubank. I think that's concentrated his mind, not going out with his mates as he used to. He was telling us earlier he used to blew up to about 16 stone between one fight and another, and you can't live like that. So I'm slightly going the other way now. I think Billy's pedigree will kick in, and if he's as fit as he looks, and he looks in great shape, I think he just might have too much for Chris in the tricky moments. I think he's got really good boxing skills. If he's fully fit, he'll make him pay, he'll make him miss. And I still think it'll be a close fight, a very close fight and very entertaining fight.
Who are you picking now?
I'm going with Billy Joe. I'm changing my mind. I thought Chris might pull it off, but I'm I'm not convinced that's going to happen. Having sat down with Billy Joe and listened to him talk about how he's prepared for this fight, 6 weeks, eating the right stuff, yeah, I'm going with Billy Joe.
All right, Kevin Mitchell, thank you very much for your thoughts, and have a good day.
Yep, cheers guys.
Thank you very much.
The Big Fight, sponsored by 666bet.com.